Now, it's done. It's over. Arsenal have lost. I'm going to give you my player ratings. Number 1, I'm going to start from the captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to give him a strong 0. Nothing. Captain, nothing. No motivation, no nothing, no communication, no, absolutely nothing. Like I said, 0. Still continues to waste chances. 0 for me. It's not the right person to play number 9. 0 and yeah, 0. I don't know how I can overemphasize that. That is nada. Gabriel, 2. Sloppy at the back. No communication at all. For the third goal, for the second goal, no communication at all between him and Holding. Nothing. Bellerin, 4. I think he tried. He tried. Of course, he put in decent passes, but not finishing from, like I said, not finishing from anyone there. And so I'll give him a 2. Holding, I'll give him a 4, sorry. Holding, 2. No communication, sloppy. That is it. Partey, I'll give him a 4. He was unfortunate enough to go out. He did not finish the game. But even so, I thought he was not to his best. And so I'm going to give him a 4 for that. El Neni, 4 also. Sloppy. A few passes, misplaced passes here and there. Looks low. His man marking was not as it was when they played. They played again in Manchester United. Willian, 2. Slow. Very slow. Saka, 4. I think this kid is declining. Even in the Manchester United game, he did not really do anything substantive, and so I did not see any threat coming from him. He was pocketed completely by Aston Villa's defense, and nothing happened. And so apart from the block that he blocked when he defended Grealish strike, there's nothing else that he contributed to the game today. And so I'm giving him a 4. Tierney, I'm giving him a 5. Put in decent crosses, but they all fell into hard rock. Leno, I'm giving a standard 5 because all the goals he conceded, he had no hand in those. There's nothing he could have done. The defense was split. The midfield was dead. Nothing was there. Pepe, I'm going to give him a 5. And I think it's high time that Pepe began starting games, because Willian, I don't think it's working. Ceballos, I'm going to give him a 4. He came on, changed the game a little bit, but still it's the same guy. Nketiah, I'm going to give him a 3. Nothing much he could have given. The game was already done when he came in. He tried to, a few tricks here and there, but it never worked at the end. And Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give him a very, very, very strong 0. Nothing. This guy, I don't know what his strategy is. Usually, because, other than the fact that he got one over Manchester United last weekend, there's nothing I've ever seen. People keep on saying Arteta is, he's a decent guy. He's brought in a winning mentality. Winning mentality in one game, another game, he goes sloppy. He knew this game, Arsenal were not really up to it. The writings were on the wall right from the beginning when Aston Villa's first goal was ruled out. For me, that was supposed to be a goal, actually, because even though there was no impediment, Leno had nothing, could have not saved that strike whatsoever. And so, even with that, Arsenal was still dying. The game was out of their reach. Arteta, as a manager, should have known that this game was different. He should have done his substitutions right away, or he could have called his players, told them to change the strategy, right? But I could not just imagine that Jack Grealish, of course he's a decent player, could rule the midfield. He could walk the midfield. Nobody could even come across him. Nobody could even do anything to him. And man, this is strange. That was shambolic display from Arsenal. No motivation, no winning mentality, no communication whatsoever. Players look tired. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah? There's no clear direction and style of play at Arsenal. It's high time Arteta brought in a style of play where when we go into a game, we know this is how we're gonna play. Okay? Because we cannot sit here and expect a miracle from nowhere. I mean, we just like Manchester United, we do not know what next game will look like because we don't have a characteristic game of play. We don't have a way to play. And so when something goes wrong, there we are gone. We are gone. So we are losing at home. We are losing at home, and I don't know who to blame, whether it's Arteta, whether it's the players or who to blame, because I think the board has done enough. The board has supported Arteta, even though they haven't done it 100%, but at least they have done something. Now the ball is in Arteta's court. The ball is in Arteta's court. What do you tell your players when you go to such a... Of course, Aston Villa have been doing this. Last time, it was 1-0 again at the Emirates, right? We lost that game, and then we were pushed out of top 4 contention. That's how we ended up. I don't know where, and so I don't know what I can tell Arteta. We as fans, we're really struggling. We are really heartbroken. Such games are the game that we should be winning. Aston Villa is the team that we should be beating 4-0, 5-0, just as we have been doing. Now, Martinez left the club. He went to Aston Villa. Now we are making him look like he made a wise decision for leaving. He went to a winning team. That's what is looking like. Yeah. And so, man marking was poor. You cannot man mark well in a Manchester United game. And when you're facing Aston Villa, you think that Aston Villa is going to be something less than Manchester United. Yeah. Aubameyang as the captain, ever since he signed the contract, is now earning a lot of money. I don't know whether it has got to his head. Now he's not doing. Is absolutely nowhere as a captain. When you see things happen while you're playing, what are you supposed to do? And I think this captaincy should be taken back to the defense, not in attack, because someone who is in attack is not able to read anything. It's either on the midfield or in the defense. That's it. But for Aubameyang, he has to live. He has to live to the expectation, because we kind of dependent on Aubameyang. That's why we never bought a lot of players up front, because we knew if we sign him to a new contract, he will perform. And now, I don't know what's happening. He's not performing. He's not scoring goals. Can only score a penalty. I don't know. Lacazette continues to waste chances still. I've always opined in this platform that Lacazette is not the guy to take us anywhere. And so, when a few chances come by and Lacazette keeps on wasting them game in, game out, what do you expect? What do you expect from such a person? I know his link-up play is good, but what is his role? His role is not to link up play. His role is to score. And when players work so hard, when Tierney works so hard to bring in passes that only need a tap-in, Lacazette cannot do that. He's looking like somebody who is afraid, who has not played football on a higher Arteta should do better. Things have to change. And that includes even having to let go of Arteta. I'm sorry to say it. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't really feel that Arteta is supposed to be our manager. He can be a manager someday, but at the moment, I think he looks so confused. So confused. No landmark style of play at the club. You cannot just throw in players and tell them play. Yeah? When you get one over Manchester United, you go over the moon and you start celebrating. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. We need to know what we can expect from an Arsenal team going into games, because right now, no Arsenal fan is certain that we are going into this game. This is the kind of result we're expecting. No matter how the Premier League is becoming unpredictable, but we are a big, huge club. We should be dictating games. We should be going to games with a lot of authority. We should be spelling fear to opponents. But when Aston Villa come home, they boss us all through the 90s. We are following the game. We look like we don't know what we are doing. Now we are going to the international break. It's a very somber mood. Going into a break with this kind of performance, I don't know what Arteta is going to do. But whatever he can do, he has to do it right now. That's about my time. See you in the next one. And a great weekend ahead. I'm sorry. It's about football.